Okay, this episode of Real Talk with Adam and Koko, episode 36, is brought to you again by Not Just Knitting. Winter season's coming, everybody. So if you, I'm doing my radio voice again.
I don't know. Winter season's coming. You're really selling it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. You want some toques? You want a slouchy toque even? She can do that. We got mittens. We got scarves. Anything you need, all handmade, high quality. Are
you getting a cut of these profits?
At a great price? No.
You're really putting some effort into it now. Are you sure about that?
And if you go to her Facebook page, Not Just Knitting, and you mention this podcast, Real Talk with Adam and Koko, get 10% off your first purchase.
All right. Koko's, oh, sorry. Is you had that volume under control?
No, I didn't. That was really loud.
I'm losing those headphones now. I don't trust you.
Maybe I turned the
I think I only had one on. Since still here out of one ear.
Yeah, oh well. All right.
What episode are we up to?
I said Joe Williams was going to be our guest today when I posted on Facebook, but
he had he didn't get it. He didn't get everything. He didn't get his approval from everyone. He was forced to decline.
So,
but that's all we can say about that.
We got your brother in today?
Yeah, Tom Mastelar.
Tom Mastelar coming out.
Yeah, picking the song "Resurrection" by Moist.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that song before. It's good. I like it.
Those guys can't still be around, can they? They must have gone with the wind.
I have no idea, man. I heard that in high school.
Really? That's how old that song is?
Yeah, elementary school. I think was when it came out.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't think that song was that old. So, had another injury this week.
Yeah, what is up with you in all these fucking freak accidents?
What freak accidents?
Well, you were talking about your truck a couple times, like up on a steep hill, not like rolling down with no brakes.
Yeah, maybe you're just hearing about this stuff now, because now we have a podcast, have a place to share. This stuff has always been happening.
Down trees and almost having them fall on you or your house.
Yeah. There was a couple more of those while you were gone too.
Coco, that's what happens when you wake up in the morning and attack your brush with a rake.
Yeah, no, I didn't wake up in the morning. I was actually cleaning up after work, cleaning up the driveway. I was raking the driveway because I had all these needles all over the place from when I cut down all these branches off this tree. So walking down the driveway and I see this long blackberry vine protruding kind of in the way. So I just swipe it with the rake. And then yarded back on it, and the thing whipped me right in the face, and the thorn stabbed me right in the eye. Actually didn't hurt that bad at the beginning. Went to sleep on it. Next morning it was kind of hurting like way worse than before, and definitely felt like something was still stuck in there and I couldn't get it out. So I went to the hospital, which, by the way, ran into 3 people I knew in the hospital waiting room.
And had to tell them that you got poked in the eye by a blackberry.
I decided not to talk to them.
You avoided them.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever made small talk in a hospital or doctor waiting room? You don't want to talk to people.
Why?
Well, maybe they're in there because they've got something wrong with their genitals and they don't want you to know about it.
No, it gives you something. It gives you an opening. My problem is like when you run into people in like the mall that you haven't seen for like 3 years, and then you got to talk to them, and it's like, how you doing? Oh yeah, what's new? It was just, and both of you are just like, okay, so how do I leave this conversation the whole time?
Yeah. Well, but yeah.
At least there you can be like, oh, what
but
are you
maybe
here
some
for?
people don't want to reveal what they're there for. Maybe they've got some like medical condition that they don't want to tell people about.
Like I said, you didn't want to tell them that you got poked in the eye by a blackberry.
No, I didn't care about that. I was concerned about what they were there for. Anyway, do you remember Catherine Brooks? Yep, she was there.
Really?
Randomly.
Did she live across the street from us?
Yeah. So anyway, she walked in like seconds after I did, and then Flavios was there. Yeah, Flavios was there.
This Flavios. I don't even know where to start with that kid.
That's funny that you guys both remembered him, though. I wasn't even sure.
I don't remember him. I just like the name. I know the name.
You don't remember Flavios?
I wasn't in the same grade as you.
He was Romanian.
Yeah. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, how many Romanians were in high school with us?
Really dorky looking kid.
What?
Yeah, one apparently. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so he was there. Anyway, I avoided both of them. Went in there. They looked at my eye. Had to go to another specialist. The guy who was checking me out was freaking out and said he was cringing while he was looking at it.
It's really red right now.
Yeah, I had a thorn in it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but I mean, they're both red. The other one's red for whatever other reasons, but that one's really red.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have an eye injury.
I didn't know.
That's the healing process. He was cringing while he was looking at it.
The doctor was?
Yeah, he was like, ooh. And then they put the dye in.
Odd.
So that, yeah, well, I don't know, he was a young guy.
Gross. You're just looking at it.
No, because he said if it was 1/4 of a millimeter deeper, I would have had to have surgery and get stitches on my eyeball.
Okay, how did they come up with that number?
I can tell you.
That before.
No,
I was told.
I can tell you exactly how. Well, to the best of my knowledge, I can tell you how.
Maybe not exactly. 1/4 of a millimeter? Just by
that
looking at it?
That seems a little too precise, really, when you're just looking at it.
Here's what they do. First of all, they set up they put your head in like this some kind of apparatus. Your chin like lies down there, and you have a forehead band, so your head stays pretty still. And then they'll have it looks like a microscope, which I presume it probably is more or less the same thing. It's like a small binocular, and a very, very, very bright light that shines on there. Before they hook you up to that thing, they put yellow dye in your eye. Which I'm guessing probably like highlights the
it's like
the area.
when you do any other kind of test, like for your intestines.
But they also have that microscope set up with like a mirror on it and stuff, and it makes like a prism or something, and they can see depth with it. So that's how he knew exactly what it was.
Did you ask him that?
No, this is what I was sitting right there in the thing. I was figuring this equipment out.
Prism is what allows them to see the depth.
I ejected that part maybe, but I heard him talking to his assistant about a prism.
You're so smart at it.
And I remember like grade 8 science in high school where you had that. What was that thing? Remember they had to teach you about the stupid microscope before they would actually let you use the microscope in like grade 8 science. You had to take that class, and they showed you the prism and then the different colors come out the prism is
with the light.
Anyway, I heard him say something about the prism.
So he's seeing a bunch of light shooting out of your eyes, and he's like, yeah, well, these colors are really telling me the depth here right now. He put
the dye in there, and he shone that bright light. I think it gives you like a nearly 3D thing of the eyeball. This, I'm kind of guessing. I don't really know exactly. Anyway, he said his exact words, if it was 1/4 of a millimeter deeper, you would have had to have stitches on your eyeball, which I was pretty happy that didn't happen. Stitches on your eyeball?
Now, how do you do stitches on an eyeball?
Well, I'm presuming that's when they actually put like a pirate patch over your eye for like a few weeks.
I'm surprised you don't have something like covering it if this was just a couple days ago.
Well, I kind of wish because when you get an injury and then so you've got a sore spot and you're like trying to be careful not to hurt it again, and that's always when you like whack it again, right?
Yeah.
It poked myself in the eye again today with a piece of pipe. Luckily, it wasn't like it hurt. It hurt bad.
You know what I think is maybe you should start wearing safety glasses a little bit more here. If you got hit in the face with a piece of pipe. Well, you're talking about work there too.
Whipped in the wrong
You're really
way.
getting grizzly, eh?
I'm growing a big beard.
You got a little bush, eh?
Don't say that. I'm wondering though. I was like looking at the gray hairs. What's the call on putting some dye in there?
Just for men, touch of gray or what?
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
I'm okay with dyeing the beard. I think it's whatever.
Maybe we should put his head in a clamp again. You can stare into his eyes.
It's minimal. Dyeing your hair or your beard to me is minimal.
Minimal?
It's like if say you were deciding on getting hair plugs. That to me is like.
Yeah, well, hair plugs look really weird anyway.
Just dyeing your hair or your beard to me is meh.
How much older do you think that those what do you think I have? 8, 12 gray hairs?
You could actually look 30 if you dyed your beard.
What do I look now?
Like 40.
40? Those 12 gray hairs are putting on an extra 10 years.
You look like you could be between 35 and 40.
So I don't look like his younger brother right now?
No, you definitely look like his younger brother.
Well,
you look like you're like
my youthful complexion is here.
28. Somewhere.
Yeah, having a beard definitely makes you look older.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It totally does.
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying it for now.
If mine grew
except for these gray hairs, maybe I'll just cut those ones out. Then I don't even have to dye.
You know, you're only a year older than me, and I have no gray hair.
You have no hair practically.
Man, he owns 3 places and just had a kid. That shit will fucking put gray hairs on you real quick.
Plus, I'm having all these accidents.
Stress is like the
what am I, mincemeat here? I'm contributing here a little bit as well here, Koko.
How many places do you have?
He's got half of one.
How many have you?
I'm paying for the whole thing.
But
yeah, but we're still 50-50.
Yeah, you seem to be getting a pretty sweet deal because I just been paying the whole thing for 2 years.
I would like you to buy the rest of it, actually.
I don't really want the rest of it because I seem to be getting complaints all the time. And I like to leave it here.
Tom negotiate their real estate podcast.
Well,
hey, we're talking finances
segment.
now, Koko.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the one. That was the injury for this week. Moving on to my the big news story. I don't know if you heard this one. This might have happened actually while you were gone.
Do tell.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty good one. 2 teachers, female teachers in Louisiana, got fired. Do you hear about this story? Yeah, for having sex at the same time with one of their students.
Lucky ass fucking kid.
Yeah, I would have went to school more. That shit.
Why? Did you guys see pictures of the teachers?
Yeah, one of them was actually not bad. Decent looking. Was pretty cute. The other one was little mannish looking, but
yeah, but still,
you gotta take the good with the bad, Koko.
Yeah, see, she looks like uglier Ronda Rousey, but the other one is actually pretty cute.
I do the one on the left, but
yeah, everyone would take the one on the left.
I'd have to do them both.
The one on the left, Shelley DeFrance, she had sex with him twice. Once at her home, and then...
You like the one on the left? Oh, yeah, no, the other one. Wow, my left and right got mixed up there.
Wow.
Yeah, these
that doesn't happen at a traffic light.
Performance here, Koko.
Guy takes 3 alpha brains, then can't get his left and right.
Hey!
I think you should up the dosage from 3 to 10.
That's the trivial side of K. I'm firing on way more cylinders here.
Yeah.
Way more introspective.
3 out of the 10.
Introspective.
I would never even said that word if it wasn't for the alpha brain.
Right or left?
Right or left. Fuck. Anyway, lucky ass kid.
Yeah, he's 16 years old. Clearly, both the teachers got fired already.
Which is retarded.
Yeah, the last story like this I heard was from... can't remember. It was some other part of the eastern states.
What 16-year-old boy doesn't want that? Like, I don't understand why people want to pretend like that's going to hurt the kid in the future.
I don't think anybody's pretending that, but you're still...
But why then?
Well, for one, it's a law.
I understand that it's a law.
Yeah, having sex with underage fucking people is kind of really... They're sticking to that law a little bit there.
I 100% understand that.
Trying to sway your audience?
No, you have to... I'm not trying to...
Your new vision.
I don't know how many followers you're trying to get here for your argument. There
that in this... Like, you got to use some common sense. That's all I'm saying. Yes, obviously there's tons of situations that are horrible and shouldn't happen. But this situation with a 16-year-old boy and 2 female teachers...
I can understand them being about the boy here right now. The boy's probably doing fine. He's probably getting high fives all out in the playground.
Yeah, that's how they got busted. He's bragging.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that the teacher shouldn't be penalized at work because it's just like any other work job. Something that's something you shouldn't do. But
yeah,
there shouldn't be any legal proceedings on it. Like she shouldn't be charged with anything.
They're out on bail right now.
Like I just don't
understand. For what, sex
that.
with a minor? Then where do you draw the line on how young you can go?
I understand drawing the line, but all I'm saying is it's tough because you can't use
it's
just
all
common
right with
sense.
sex under a minor this time because the boy really lucked out.
Okay,
I understand that, but that's the problem is it has to be black and white, like you're saying. But there should be. That's what needs to change. There should be some common sense there. I
can see your point a little bit, but it's definitely a different story if it's a male teacher and a female student. That guy's going to be taken advantage for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah. And we can't.
In my opinion, is if
you guess so.
If it's here's my thought. The age
pretty
is
definite,
16
probably.
That's what they have it at is 16.
No, it's consent.
And I'm not saying that it's
that's
right
with consent.
Morally.
Yeah, that's with consent from the parents.
No.
I'm not saying it's right morally, but
any guy at 16 is definitely going to have consent to have sex with an older girl.
Yeah. 16 is yes.
I think at 16 you have to have consent from the parents.
Yeah, you have to get the parent approval.
I don't know for sure. I think that's
what that is a tough one with like a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old. That technically can. That technically can be the same thing.
Yeah, but this is the reason. Maybe isn't even the age thing. It's the same reason why you can't have like CEOs of the company or like presidents having sex with their interns.
Yeah,
it's because you have someone in a
position of power. I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
and that's why
consenting adult.
That is why I agree that the teacher should be fired.
Like, owners or like bosses of like companies aren't supposed to be having sex with their employees because they're in a position of power and they can manipulate the situation.
Yeah,
it's still legal though. There's nobody's going to get sent to jail.
I still in that situation.
A 25-year-old and a 30-year-old have sex and they're in a company. Because they know what's going on, they're treated as an adult. But if you have a 35-year-old guy nailing a 16-year-old person, that's a totally different scenario.
The problem these days is that the onus has been taken off of people for everything. So yeah, she's a grown woman in that situation that you described. She wants to sleep with her boss because she thinks she's going to get a better position. In my opinion, she's making that choice.
He, whoever, in whichever situation, she knows what's going on in her head. She's making a decision with her own mind. A grown adult decision is what she's making.
I agree.
A 16-year-old or 15-year-old
what if it's the other way?
But you don't think a 16-year-old is capable of making that decision? Like you don't think
16-year-olds making good decisions?
No, but
how many good decisions do you make at 16?
How many good decisions do you make at 26?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, no, you can't say it like that. But you should have the brain power at 26 to make a decision for yourself because you can get a credit card, and you drive, you can start your own company. But at 16, you're still probably living with your parents. You're going to high school. There's a totally different scenario.
I'm sure
a person that is being an intern to a CEO of a company is not what I would classify as a dumb, impressionable person.
No,
but they could be. Who knows? Maybe the intern was just hired for her looks.
Look, if she wants to sleep with the guy
do the same thing
for a better job,
I don't have an intern.
That's her choice. That's her choice. In my opinion, that she's doing that as her choice. She thinks that's going to better her.
Yeah,
morally, she's already fucked because she's thinking, okay, I'll sleep with this person. Well, people think that morally that's wrong. Personally, I don't give a fuck. You do what you want to do to get where you want to get. I don't know. If you want to sleep with someone,
I didn't get where I get by fucking a lot of girls at the company there either. So.
As long as you're happy with it, that's your choice.
Yeah, well, I don't think this situation probably didn't fuck up that 16-year-old boy. He's probably going to be just
got lots of street credit.
He's going to have fucking confidence the rest of his life.
Yeah, but I definitely think it would be different if it was like 2 male gym teachers and a 16-year-old cheerleader.
I agree, but why is...
Yeah, but the headlines would probably be different.
They're both 16. And aren't girls thought of as to be... get mature...
more
quicker
You're freaking me out with your questions here.
Why?
Yeah, why did you guys invite me on this one to try and plead the case of underage sex here?
We're not pleading the case. We're just having a conversation about it.
This argument's getting stressful. Yeah. Okay, why is it different?
What? Like that's the thing. That's the issue. Why is that different? Even though girls are thought of as to mature quicker than guys.
One that's having a child should not be the one advocating for underage sex.
There's no advocating
I'm not. I'm saying because guys are manipulators. And they will conspire.
You don't think girls are manipulators?
But I do. But I also think in that situation, they could easily create an environment where it would be, or the girl may feel like it wasn't okay to say no or to stop anymore, or she could get into a situation where she was definitely uncomfortable and it was out of control, and she didn't know how to handle it anymore.
Okay, I can agree with that.
I would say maybe that's what the difference
is. You can say that at any age, though.
She goes to someone or whatever happens and she reports it, then yes, I totally agree. That can't happen. But what if she's okay with it? What if she comes out of the situation and goes, I think the other argument would be is at 16 she might not know if she's okay with it, and it could have long-term effects throughout the rest of her life. That's fair.
That like later on, maybe the next day she doesn't regret it. Maybe in like 5 years she'd be like, that incident fucked me up for a long time.
No matter what age they are, being manipulated into any situation is going to feel shitty if it affected them negatively in the end, aren't they?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what age they are.
Yeah, but it could also give you like the wrong. Yeah, I know, but that's why you have to set like an age at like 18 and be like, okay,
that's
people
what they're doing. But you guys are saying, well, why is this affecting them?
I'm just saying that in some situations, that's all I said. In some situations, I'm just saying, why can't common sense be used? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that the rule should be changed. I'm just saying that there are situations where the common sense would tell you that they're going to be okay.
Yeah, but you also, in the eyes of the law, you got to treat everyone the same. You can't have like one rule for men and a different rule for women.
I'm not saying
because that's not fair.
But I'm not even saying it's different for men and women. I'm just saying in the situation, if that guy comes out of it and he's happy and he had a great time and he's not trying to press charges, then...
Because what's the next step on taking it further?
If you say one thing's that happens and he comes out of that and he's like, holy fuck, and he's freaked out and he feels like he was abused, then this exact same thing should happen.
It's the same thing as when you were in high school when they said paddling was okay, when the kids used to go in there and the initiation was paddling. But then the next step is everybody turns a blind eye to when some kid's getting paddled when he first goes into grade 8. Yeah. Well, what happened in the end? Paddling went too far, and they beat somebody to death, isn't it? So all it takes is one little step, and everybody keeps ignoring it, and then it goes to another step and another step, and before you go, and it gets out of control.
Everything these days is the rules and the limitations on people just keep going up because we're getting babied. Because the onus is getting taken off of the person who...
They're not. They're putting the onus on the person that was the adult in the situation.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm not talking about that in specific. I'm saying, like, I totally agree that rule and that law should stay the way it is. I'm just saying that it's unfortunate that you can't use common. That's all I'm saying. In that situation,
because in that situation, they weren't using common sense, were you? Because if you know the law and you know the outcome, every person out there at the age that we're all at knows that you're not allowed to have sex with a minor. So how in any argument here are you going to justify what happened saying, rules should change or this should happen? At our age, we all know that it's wrong. If you had sex with a 16-year-old girl, you would know in your head that it's wrong and you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, because you would definitely be manipulated.
Even when when I was in Prague, we went down to this bar that had like beer taps. Every table had beer taps, and it was like a race. So whatever table poured the most beers.
Yep.
Won.
So it's like a drink competition.
It was like a drink competition between tables.
So,
but as soon as we got down there, realized that the average age was maybe 18. Like, no joke, tables of girls that, to me, looked 16. Mm-hmm. Very uncomfortable. We finished our beers really quick and got the fuck out of there.
What would happen if you came back later drunker?
No, we didn't. We went to a strip club with grown women, watched that, and then we left and went somewhere else.
So the real story is probably that Koko went to the strip club, got a whole lot hornier and drunker, and went back.
I honestly...
You know what, guys? I think I left my wallet at the back of that place.
Yeah, shit.
Honestly, even at that strip club...
I gotta go back to that place and find the cab company number.
Even at that strip club, which honestly had like 25 10s. Every single girl in that strip club was a 10.
Really?
It's never been my thing.
No.
Strippers have never... I remember Tori Tame... when we were like 18, we kind of fell for her. We followed her around a little bit, but
that got a little creepy.
It was just because I don't even.
Yeah,
know
well,
why
nothing's worse than leaving a club when you got 6 guys in your mom's car driving back home that all have hard-ons, trying to find a girl that you can have sex with.
See, but that was it. I never went to the strippers and got a hard-on. Like, it was never.
You're the guy who told me that you're on your way home from work and got a hard-on. You had to pull over and rub one out.
Different. That's totally different.
He wasn't at the strippers.
That's totally different. Sometimes.
Just pulling off in a car rest area and squeezing one out is fine.
Fuck, it happens. You gotta take care of business. It happens.
Well, yes.
But for some reason, I don't know. Never. For me, when you watch strippers, a lot of the time they do the same fucking shit. Yeah. They just go to the pole, they spin around, and some of them I applaud because they actually are very fit and they're able to do things on the pole that are pretty amazing. But
yes, I go to the strippers to judge fitness too, Koko.
But the odd time you get a girl that comes out that just like moves and dances to the music and like really kind of
you see that rarely. Like even on a dance floor at a club.
Yeah,
that one girl that's in the club that like really knows how to dance well, and it's like that's the girl. That's the one that everybody wants.
It's true.
Yeah. There's another weird sex story in the news today.
Yeah.
Did you see that other one?
Keep on the same trend. Let's keep this going.
Well, that's why I figured I'd bring it up now.
We got Tom on the podcast, our resident sex expert.
Okay, so 19. Again, this story comes from America. This was in Florida. 19-year-old.
Why are you praying right now?
I'm just.
Because he wants a Florida girl.
Yeah. A 19-year-old walks into Walmart in Florida, goes into the toy section, finds.
I seen that one. The donkey,
a stuffed horse, or maybe it was a donkey.
I seen that shit.
Walks over to like the bedding area where there's cameras everywhere. Apparently, has sex with this stuffed donkey.
I thought it was a dude, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a guy.
I thought you said a girl. I'm pretty sure you were on about a girl there.
No, well, it was a guy.
Either way.
I was gonna see.
Anyway, blows his load on the donkey's chest. Then puts, Then puts the donkey back on the shelf.
No, he left it on the floor.
The
police came and took pictures, and the donkey's lying on the floor in the fetal position.
It said in the article that he put it back on the shelf with all the other toys.
God bless.
So this guy was missionary fucking this donkey.
Well, no, he was probably standing, and he had the donkey like donkey style.
How the fuck do you shoot it on his chest?
Well, he must have pulled out and turned it around. Clearly, the guy was fucked.
Is this just
there was a mug shot of the guy. He was only 19. He didn't look. He didn't look that weird.
TMZ, you can see it because it's lying on the floor. He just left it on the floor. He exited.
Okay, so he was 19.
19 years old.
This was in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah, so like probably in like some Christian town where the kid's oppressed to shit and can't fucking.
Florida
has no
Do you know what
release.
Florida is?
A lot of hillbillies.
North Florida.
It's not.
You're thinking
it's not an oppressed state. Yeah, I would say out of anything, Florida is probably Florida's a retirement home for most people.
Yeah, but everybody thinks of Florida.
They have the Everglades.
The bottom half. The north is right beside Georgia. It's the fucking south.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty hillbilly. It's fucking hillbillies.
Florida's a big state. The top half is really fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where like Leonard Skinner came from, Tom Petty came from.
I don't remember any of their album covers had donkeys with them fucking blowing their loads on it.
No, but the band was called Leonard Skinner. That was a weird name.
Not really.
You don't think so?
No.
It's a strange name.
It just sounds like a name.
Anyway, that was 19 years old. I don't know. He was probably a little bit crazy. Anyway, he got let out on bail, $1,500 bail also. But
I don't know what to write to look for this.
Yeah, I know. I typed in "guy with donkey" on my phone, and it came up with a lot of
donkey. Does that work?
Yeah, at Walmart. Put at Walmart, and it'll come right up probably.
Let's see.
I have one more sex story if we want to.
Let's just get rid of these sex stories then.
Oh, I can't remember if I took a picture of this or a screenshot.
Horny teen caught making love to stuffed horse in Walmart.
There's his mugshot. He doesn't look that crazy.
No, he looks sad.
Yeah, but neither does that Luca Mangotti guy either, though.
That guy does look crazy.
He looks relaxed,
crazy.
man. He looks relaxed. That's what he looks.
He looks like a chilling dude.
No, he doesn't. You seen his first pictures that were released of him?
That's wow.
He had like the shaved head and those bright blue eyes. Oh fuck, he looked creepy.
So he kind of looked almost like me with different color eyes.
But he had black hair.
I have black hair. I'm your brother. You have no idea what hair color I am.
You're like brown hair.
Really?
Whatever. It's in between
black and brown. Are we arguing about your hair colors?
Whatever. Okay, so the last story comes from France, where an American artist made a giant sculpture of a butt plug and put it in one of the courtyards in Paris, and was.
It doesn't look like a tree at all.
No. That's what he called it. He called this piece a Christmas tree, but it's clearly a massive butt plug.
Let's see.
It was like 75 feet high.
I seen it on Facebook.
Inflatable.
75 feet high butt plug.
Green, and he was attacked by several Parisians. One guy punched him in the face and said, "Get that shit out of here."
Well, what about that guy that made that Satan statue in Vancouver, though, right? What? You don't know about that guy who made that Satan statue and put it by the SkyTrain? And the city of Vancouver came and tore it down?
How long ago was this?
A month ago. Look it up on your phone.
A month ago?
Yeah.
What is this?
A guy in Vancouver made a Satan statue with a giant heart on and put it in.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he make it out of? Like stone? Carved out of stone?
No, I didn't ask you. I don't know who he is. I just seen the big Satan there and.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure being Satan with a heart on is probably a lot of the reason it got removed, but you can't also just go around putting up statues wherever you want in town. Otherwise, it'd be littered with statues.
For the people watching.
People of themselves.
You can see that. That's the butt plug.
Let's see that one more time. Look, that thing does
not look like.
Show it to Tom.
I gotta see here.
Yeah.
If it's even.
That thing is huge. Apparently, that's a Christmas tree.
Well, at least he strapped it down good in case the wind came up. You don't want a butt plug flying all across the city.
Apparently, that's a Christmas
tree. I don't know if you
tree.
guys can see it or not.
There you go. Well, I suppose, like, if the purpose of art is to provoke, he definitely provoked a lot of people.
Do you ever see that thing on the news, too, there? All those people making those bouncy castles? Mm-hmm. And they're not tying them down? Did you see that one in China where all those Chinese kids were flying around the town everywhere in the bouncy castle?
Definitely did not hear about that.
Yeah. Well, this may come as news to some people, but bouncy castles are like giant kites. And when the wind picks up, they just take off.
They just go.
Yeah, and so makes sense. There's been quite a few incidents over the past summer here where nobody, like, staked the bouncy castle to the ground, and the wind picked up and took off with the bouncy castle and all the kids inside it. And the last one in China, like, the thing upside down and dumped all the kids out.
Were they okay?
One of them was in critical condition. That was like the next day. I don't know what happened to him.
Hopefully I was watching I was just at the pub after work today, and they were showing this, like, bike race. I don't know what it was from, and they were showing an accident from it.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts, man. It's like 15...
One of the ones where all the bikes fall over?
Like, someone hit someone. Like, it doesn't even show the main pileup. Like, all of a sudden, it just...
No, you got one of these ones, right?
It just shows... just shows the bikes coming down the road, and then the camera pans, and all of a sudden you just see like a pile of people who have like just ran into each other, and guys flipping over their bikes, and then all these people that they were following with the camera hit this group, and everyone's on the ground like writhing in pain.
And why are you laughing right now?
Nasty. I'm not laughing.
Probably a lot of those people went in that sport being like, this would be something I can do I won't get hurt at.
Yeah.
And then it's a massive bicycle crash.
I actually think like in the Tour de France and that there's actually quite a few crashes.
That would be the only reason I would watch the Tour de France is to see the crashes.
Yeah.
Same thing, like the only reason I watch NASCAR. Otherwise, you're just watching people on bikes.
NASCAR is like the worst sport ever, though. Wow. You're just watching people going around in a circle the whole time.
Yeah, on TV, I do not.
I'd rather grate cheese or something rather than watch NASCAR.
I would go to a NASCAR and see it in person, though. If you were at the stadium,
yeah, I would definitely go to a race.
Because the food is probably awesome because it'd all be all deep fried down there.
And you're getting beer.
No, I think being in those stands with how loud it is, watching how fast they actually come around the corner, I think that'd be fucking wicked. But watching it on TV is like watching fucking paint dry. It is
even just being there, you're just watching a car do this the whole time. Like, fuck that.
But you'll sit and watch golf on TV.
Yeah, because to me, there's way more going on, I guess, and maybe that's
if there were crashes on the golf cart in golf, maybe I would watch it.
Yes, golf is very riveting when I watch.
If they were racing from hole to hole on the golf cart, I
honestly used to hate watching golf, and now if it's like the Masters or PGA Championship, man, when it's close and you're watching the shots these guys pull off, to me, because I play and I know how hard it is, it's amazing. I don't know. To me, it captivates you.
I think you're a victim of advertisement.
But that's
gotta be the biggest fan.
Hey, Koko,
are you fan enough?
No.
Koko, when are you gonna pull that Christmas tree out there? I see you still have all the ornaments.
That's a giant butt plug.
It's not Christmas. It's not Christmas yet.
Well, why does it have ornaments on it still there? You got your vacuum thrown all on top of it there.
It's a hell of a lot easier.
And you have Christmas paper sitting right next to it. How do you tell me that's not a Christmas tree?
That is a Christmas tree. That's exactly what it is. It's not Christmas yet. I'll put it out when Christmas comes. I keep the ornaments on it because then it's easier. Then I put it up. I put my whole little display. I got a reindeer. I got a few mats.
You have reindeer?
Hey, don't talk to me about Christmas.
How do you not take your ornaments off your Christmas tree though, when you put it in the closet?
Don't need to. They're fine. They're not going to break. They're staying right where they are.
Why don't you get yourself a pot plant as a Christmas tree?
You know
How about that?
Mind your business. Okay? That's my tree.
I'll stay out of your closet.
If I want to leave the ornaments on it, I'll leave the ornaments on it.
Well, I don't like you throwing your vacuum on it like that. There.
It's not thrown. I gently placed it there.
So it's upside down and askew?
I'm tired of you talking about my vacuum, Tom.
Why don't you get a pot plant as a Christmas tree? You should have one here in the corner. Just growing. People will tune in every day. It'll be like a little bit higher.
No, I would have to put it
gone.
It wouldn't work in here. I'd have to set up. Like, I'd rather have just growing outside in the summertime or something.
Yeah, put it on your deck then.
I might do something like that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Grow some Blue Thunder.
I like Blue Thunder.
Yeah.
That was good stuff. Did you, I was going through, I think it was yesterday, I was going through Facebook, and I seen this article. And you remember seeing those, like, documentaries on how these hornets would go into bees' nests and just, like, 3 of them would just demolish thousands and thousands of bees and just did you ever see that?
Like this is a documentary?
Yeah. There's, like, a mini doc. It was online.
No, I never seen
And basically because these hornets, they had teeth, they had like sharp claws, they would just grab the bees and literally just like rip them in half. They go through this whole nest.
Okay.
Well, I guess...
Was this a cartoon for a Halloween story?
No, definitely not. You haven't seen it? I'll show you the video.
Okay. No.
But the new one that just came out, I guess in Japan, these Japanese hornets were going... trying the same thing. But the bees had figured out their system. So the hornet would go into the nest and just kind of scout it, lay its smell, and then they would come back after they found the nest. They'd come back, more of them, and just decimate the nest and eat all the honey and take all the nutrients that they wanted.
All right.
But these bees...
So it's pretty plotting for a hornet.
Yeah, well, bees are pretty smart.
He's got... So, but for a hornet, even to go and get his buddies and come back.
Yeah, well,
there's a little bit of thinking going on
because
here.
it just goes in the nest. And the worker bees and everyone are just like doing.
But it's like they have a plan, and they're communicating the plan.
Yeah.
You go left, I'll go right.
Lots of animals do that. They talk about how.
Not insects though. Well, I guess they swarm. Yeah, but there's a big difference between hornets and chimpanzees and the size of their brain.
Still, size of the brain, but that doesn't mean they can't communicate signals and like you go here.
Yeah, but that's more than just instinct. It's like a plan.
Yeah,
it's like some communication. It's like, hey, they're over here, Larry and Bob. Let's go get them.
You don't think that can be instinct to know that you can't do it yourself? You have to go back and get more hornets?
No, but that is an actual plan. That's like somebody's out scouting. Somebody's going in, laying the scent. It's like they got a job. Then they come back. They're like conspiring.
But that's how.
Then they're like 1, 2, 3, go.
But this is where the way I'm saying it maybe sounds like they're conspiring, but really one hornet finds a nest, goes in, lays a smell because he knows he can't take care of that nest by himself, and then goes and gets his buddies, and then they go back. Yeah. It's not like that. Can definitely just be instinct. To know you can't do it. Yeah, he's putting his pheromones. Smell your pheromones.
I don't know. That doesn't really like. Okay, say if we found another apartment doing a podcast. Okay. You go in there, lay a smell, come back,
are you
get me and Tom, and we go and mess their shit up. That would be a plan. Wouldn't be instinct.
But it's not. But you're saying that's because we can talk about it. But these hornets, like you're saying, they don't have that level of that they just don't have that kind of brain power like we do and bonobos and chimpanzees do.
I'm pretty sure they have the same brain power as we got there.
But for them, it's more of the instinct is to find the nutrients that they need. So they find a bee's nest. He goes in, he sees how many fucking bees are in there, and instinct tells him, I can't do this myself, and he goes and gets more.
But that's like a thinking, that's not instinct. Okay, let's ask this question differently. Okay, what would you consider a plan?
What?
At the minimum. What's your minimum requirement for a plan?
I'm going to go get a beer.
Anything
that's a plan.
I just plan to go get a beer.
Anything that requires thought, not done on instinct.
Yes, okay, so that's my point. So you going to get a beer is a plan. But these three getting together and making up a situation where they go in and fuck up a honeybee isn't a plan? That's instinct?
I think it's instinct. I think for them it's instinct. I think
instinct is like fight or flight, right?
Yeah.
If you're in a situation, you go in there and you don't think about it, you just start going at it, you start fucking everybody up in that beehive.
Yeah. Well, then maybe
but a plan is like something well thought out, going to this beehive and then starting fucking everybody up, but being...
Like wolves have a plan. When they work in a pack and they circle something and they all friggin' tighten the noose.
I don't know, I guess to me, these hornets have evolved to the point where that's how they stay alive.
No, it's
instinct for them is to find a nest, pheromones.
The instinct would be to find food. The plan would be how to get the food.
These hornets were
then maybe they are that
introduced to radiation, Adam, and then they went there.
You're saying that they're instinctual. They're instincts, so it should just be their instincts.
Yeah, but sharks.
No, all I was saying is that was pretty smart for some hornets to come up with this plan.
Yeah.
Seems unusual. I don't see flies getting together
sharks
and
do the same things when they go hunting seals. They have the brain the size of a walnut. All they do is see a silhouette. But when they drag these cardboards and floaties behind the boat, they're attacking the shit out of it all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not a well thought out plan. It's instinct. They see the reflection of the sun with the cutout, and they go and they chop the shit out of it.
They're not going in like a group, making like a group plan. They're maybe like
all looking up and
do
like
killer whales do. Yeah, killer whales are smart. Yeah. Dolphins do it. Probably monkeys do it.
Anyway,
wolves do it.
These bees had figured out a way like when this first hornet came into the nest, they would all swarm it. Obviously, a few of them would perish, but like thousands of bees swarm it and vibrate. And I guess the hornet can only withstand a temperature of 117 degrees Celsius, whereas...
How many times did you read this article?
No. I think it was 117, but the bees could withstand 118. Right. So they would swarm and vibrate this hornet to the point where it basically overheated and died.
What bees do is surround the queen, and then they turn into a big like ball of mass around the queen, and they don't do it.
But that's not what they do.
They don't attack. I don't know if you know.
But they did attack this hornet.
Because even when a nest gets too big, when the queen moves part of their colony, and they go somewhere. Have you ever seen one without a nest? Yeah, they go, swarm. But they surround the queen, right?
Yeah.
And they have this big ball of mass around them, and they start building them.
I have it, but
I know that they do vibrate to keep warm. That's what the bee guy that comes to my house. They all sit in their honeycomb,
does that.
and they vibrate, and it keeps the hive at a minimum temperature. I don't think it gets to like 118 degrees though. That sounds fucking hot.
Okay, I'll play the video.
Like I've never walked out there and be like, holy shit, these fucking hives are cooking.
Make sure it's not too loud.
Somebody better tell these bees.
It's on this video's.
A couple logs off the fire.
This video is on the Facebook page for anybody. So
we're watching National Geographic.
3 screens, wireless, broadband, and TV are coming together. Another innovation from AT.
Okay.
These too are honeybees. They made their hive in a hollow tree. They too are caring for their young. But these are native Japanese honeybees, and they're not quite as defenseless as their European cousins. They have evolved a secret weapon against the giant hornet.
See, one they may need often in this deadly season.
It's only a few...
Someone was sitting there and being like,
doing anything fantastic.
Just not yet.
This hornet is the advanced guard of an attack force the bees couldn't
Look how big that fucking thing is.
Yeah, that is big.
But this time, the bees set a trap.
Ooh, look at those eyes.
They want the hornet inside.
Alright, first I thought this bee thing was stupid.
And the hornet obliges.
How big it is compared to the fucking bees.
The scout's main task is to mark the hive with the telltale pheromone so that her sisters can find it later. But the native honeybees know her game. By swinging their abdomens to and fro, they signal their strategy to one another.
The others are all drones. I think that
means... The bees hold off until the last possible moment. And then, as if of one mind,
see, he gets a couple
they
of them right at the beginning.
Yep, they're fucking them up.
The hornet is engulfed by hundreds of bees.
Why don't they just sting him?
They can't because they die if they sting.
Oh, really?
But they don't sting the intruder. Instead, as revealed by thermal photography, they all begin to vibrate, gradually raising their collective temperature to 117 degrees Fahrenheit.
117 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that makes a little more
Japanese honeybees can tolerate a temperature of 118 degrees. Their victim's upper limit is 115. The hornet scout is slowly roasted alive.
Good. Kill that fucker.
Right? That's pretty fucking cool.
Survive in that, because the honey badger goes in and rips the shit out of all that stuff in Africa there, and he can survive like thousands of these things.
Yeah, but probably not the temperatures if they were ever to swarm him. But I was driving the truck down Huntington the other day.
This is really on topic.
No, it is. It's exactly on topic. And
I was
listening to my tunes, and I had a Tim Hortons coffee, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see what I think is a fly, and I kind of like swat it, and then suddenly I look back to take a closer look as this giant fucking, must have been a hornet, was like looking me right in the face. The thing was, no shit, the size of my thumb. It was fucking huge, and the thing It scared the shit out of me, actually. I fucking spilt my coffee everywhere, trying to get the thing out of the cab of the truck. I've never been so scared by an insect in my whole life.
It's amazing how much a bee freaks you out in your car.
He was only like 4 inches away from my face, and I just turned. I didn't see it there, and I was like, thought it was a fly, and I turned and I looked at it, I was like, holy fuck, and I was like swatting it, just threw my coffee everywhere. All over the place. And there's hot coffee everywhere too, and I was just trying to get him out of the window. Fuck. Even now, thinking back what that thing looked like close up, it kind of scared me a little bit.
Maybe you should wear goggles
I
these
hate
days more now. You got
hornets.
a lot of stuff going for
your eyes.
That was in
the truck.
These days.
I don't know where he came from. I thought they would have been done by now. It's fucking October.
Yeah, but it's still.
Yeah, but don't you still have beehives out at your place?
This wasn't a bee. I think it was a hornet.
Yeah, but I know, but they're all in the same kind of.
Yeah, but those guys are all hibernating.
How do you know? Did you go there and talk to them?
No, you go and look, and if they're not flying out of the hive, they're in there hibernating.
And when was the last time you went up there and be like, hey, bees, are you guys
are you hibernating when I'm in that area? I was trimming some trees. I'm like,
just trimming some trees.
Yeah, these guys are asleep.
I'm just trimming some trees.
Yeah. Guys, just fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm just up here trimming some trees.
They've already made their honey. The guy came and he took all of the honey away. That guy, when we first made this deal, he told me I was going to be getting a jar of honey every year. I haven't seen one drop of honey from this guy.
That's it? One jar?
Yeah, but I get a big tax
I guess honey
break.
lasts a long time.
They found honey from the Egyptians
here right now. They told me it was $1 million wound, but the army must keep that money because I ain't seen a cent of that.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen a penny of this honey neither. He told me, he's like, well, get your land tax, plus you'll get a jar of honey. And I've been looking forward to this honey for 3 years.
Say it like this. Say it like this, though.
He's never given me a drop.
Told me I was going to get a jar of honey.
You changed your accent. This is Forrest Gump. Now you've gone Southern black man.
But I haven't seen a drop of that honey.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know, he thinks I forgot about it. But really, I've been quietly resenting him. Things are coming to a head.
Something.
Well, I don't see him that often.
Stop being a bitch and just say, hey, where's my honey?
Maybe you should go over there and start vibrating until you reach 118.
I should just leave a post-it note on top of the hive, being like honey and a question mark.
Show up in your juicy shorts.
No.
Where's my honey?
If you just leave a note on the top of his beehive that says honey, I think he's going to think that you're all kinds of gay for him.
With the question mark?
Honey?
Yeah, okay, that could be misinterpreted. Maybe I should just say, can you hook me up with some honey? That could be misinterpreted too.
Yeah, then you might drop off a hooker at your house.
What?
Or you might just think it's another gay comment.
But more than likely he's going to think you have a crush on him.
He's like 70. And he used to be a teacher, so it could be another one of those teacher-student things.
Yeah, well, fuck, he might be all over that shit.
Yeah.
We had Rusty posted on Facebook. He posted this article. You remember when we were talking before about estrogen in the water, and Tubby was going off about how it's...
You mean Hate from Grand Prairie?
Making everybody have females or having girl babies that we know.
Yep.
It's like this huge thing. Well, I guess they were doing a study in... I think it was in
got that picture of that giant butt plug up again.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, I don't know where this came from.
I think it was...
Somebody's been on my lap.
Who was this?
What is this?
I swear it's not mine. I swear. I think it was in Ontario, in some freshwater lake in Ontario. And they...
The giant butt plug just fucking blew right out of there.
Alright, yeah, so they tested the water in some lake in Ontario.
It totally looks like a fucking butt plug, though, eh? That's exactly what it looks like.
It's not a Christmas tree.
Anyway, they injected estrogen into this freshwater lake in Ontario. And these, the fathead minnows, the males started slowly, basically first they kind of became sterile. Holy fuck.
Suddenly all the kelp trimmed
that
back
just,
and well, man.
You had that in the barrel. You had that on fucking locked and loaded. No, not cooking and cleaning. They started going sterile, basically.
Alright, yeah.
And then eventually they started growing eggs. just like
the males did.
Yeah, the males did.
Wasn't that asexual? And things that can switch back from, like, clams are like that too, aren't they? They can switch back to
no idea the sexing of minnows. I don't know.
I have no idea that. It doesn't go into that depth. Basically, what it says is they injected estrogen into this lake, and slowly over time they noticed these fathead minnows started going sterile, and then like they started growing eggs.
They have all the lionfish and stuff in there, and they can't get rid of them, right? Because all the boats brought all the other eggs and stuff in there. Because when they pump the bilge out, when they're pumping the bilge before they come and dock, they were dumping all the eggs and all the spores and spawns and stuff like that, and it all takes over.
Yeah, that's how we get that weed in all the lakes in BC.
Well, remember Soyuz Lake? They couldn't dock in there, and they had to go through those dredgers and try and pull all that shit out of there.
All those weeds? Yeah. Well, when we were in Tulameen there, that guy was talking about that. There's this weed. They had it in one lake and it started to take over the lake, and people go and take their boats in there, and this weed like clings onto the bottom of the boat, and they take their boat to a different lake, and then it's in that lake, and this weed is slowly spreading from lake to lake to lake to lake in BC, wherever people take boats. They're all getting contaminated, and it's a bitch to fight weeds in a lake.
Well, it's a bitch to fight weeds anywhere.
I know. But especially, like...
Blackberries are like the fucking worst one.
Yeah.
They're not even really a weed, but those things grow. Yeah, you cannot fucking stop those things.
Blackberries aren't native to North America.
No, they're not. They were brought here.
There.
Yeah.
You can get ones, because my mom had blackberry bushes at her place, and they didn't, take over everything. You can buy strains of it that don't do that, but the ones you see just out anywhere, those things will take over everything.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Well, they'll strangle it. Blackberries will strangle trees, right? Yeah. They'll wrap around them and strangle them, and they'll kill them there.
Yeah. Anyway, where are you going with this story?
I was just saying that basically that's what happened is then they started growing eggs. So basically the estrogen was turning these fish in the lake, fish.
Yeah, it turns them from when they're asexual.
They dropped the population to 1% of what it was.
Really?
And then they stopped the injections, stopped their study, and they came right back to normal.
So this is all we have to do to control the human population? Just put estrogen in the water?
Well, isn't that what makes a guy to a girl is just heat inside the womb, isn't it? No, that decides.
No idea.
I don't know. I may be talking my ass on that one there, but I think isn't it heat on there inside the womb that?
Are you seriously asking Koko the answer to that question?
That attracts the man to the woman?
No, that doesn't have the initial sex with them.
You think the hotter a girl's womb is, the more you like her?
I'm trying she's got a lot of heat on in her apartment there. A guy's going to come over and do his thing.
Just walk by a door and you see the infrared through the door. Oh! I'll see you guys later.
We got
to move Koko over.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed the beginning of that. What do you...
No, I think that's what decides the gender of a man or a woman is the heat inside the womb.
Actually, I thought it was the man that decides the gender of the woman. Like, as soon as he fires it off, it's the sperm.
No, it's not the fucking sperm.
Yeah,
the sperm decides.
That's why Henry VIII had all daughters, and he kept on killing his wives because he wanted a son. But he kept on having daughters. But the actual problem was with him. It was him that kept...
Hey, don't bring this back to the man here.
It was him that had the gene that kept on producing the women. But did Rusty posted that to our page? Koko?
Yeah.
So he remembered the story that Tubby put up there quite a while back and posted this?
No, I was...
Hopefully, if Tubby...
he didn't post it.
Oh, he didn't?
No, someone else did, and then we were just talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard you were catching some heat for some article you posted.
I was?
Or maybe not some heat.
I didn't catch some heat. There was just a good conversation.
I only heard part of it. What happened? What was the article about?
Just one sec. I'm trying to find this. I've just found the article. Men determine the sex of a baby.
Ding!
Depending on whether their sperm is carrying an X or a Y chromosome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you get one.
I guess you get one. Here, I'll find it. Basically, I was going through and I found this article. And usually I post articles because I like them. I think they're a good article. I want other people to read them. Right. This article annoyed the fucking shit out of me. Because...
Had a lot of big words in it?
There wasn't as many pictures in it.
The article...
I like articles with pictures.
The article was called How to Lose the Woman You Love for Good.
Okay.
And basically, all it was an article that has been out many times in like what women want, and just told you in a negative way all the things you should do, but saying don't do this, don't do that, don't like all these things like
give me some examples.
Stop doing the little things like holding her hand and looking to her eyes. That was number one.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yes, instead of if you want to keep your woman, hold her hand, look into her eyes, do all the little things.
Okay.
Right? It just annoyed me that's what it's like. You have to go to that point just to get people to read your article because...
Yeah, well...
And it's just annoying. It's negative, and it's just totally... Like, all of these things to me when I read them.
It's funny that Koko's phone starts ringing off and he gets text messages as soon as he reads that article out there.
Yeah.
But there weren't really any negative comments.
Feedback.
It was just a good conversation.
He's getting negative feedback right now. Is what it is.
People, there was no arguing, really. Everyone just kind of had put their own input in. There was some good... And that's what I like, and so far about our site, anytime this does happen, is it's never like people just jumping on people. Like you see all the time on your regular Facebook feed. It's actually people putting out their own opinion, having a conversation.
Well, you got a good thing going on there?
But you don't have, for some reason, you're not on there.
I hear things like about it once in a while when someone's like, something funny happened.
Yeah. Take this one, buddy.
There's not that much.
See if you can do that.
Wow. Don't hurt yourself, man.
What?
That's a lot of weight for you.
Who do you think? Can we have a little contest here on the radio show? Who can hold this out straight arm the longest?
That's it.
I will.
Even Koko.
Wait! I'll yell this right into the microphone right now. I will put $500 on it if any person here can hold it out for 10 seconds straight arm.
100%. I was doing exercises with that.
10 seconds straight right out.
Swing it down and then hold it up and try and hold it with two hands. You can't. Yeah. I literally could not hold it like this at all.
Okay. Should we time you? See how long you can do?
Sure. I can't. I told you I tried it. You can't.
All right, we're gonna.
Although that is swinging it, so I don't know. But I don't think you can hold it straight out. It's too much.
Koko's gonna explode. Wow.
No, I was talking
$500?
No, I said 200. I said one hand.
So I guess swinging it makes it a lot harder.
I said one hand.
It's only 35 pounds. It's not that much.
I know, but I said one hand. So
that wasn't bad.
No, I could have gone longer. That wasn't actually. It wasn't even that hard.
I said one hand though.
You can't do one. You're not doing one hand. Oh yeah, upside down. You can't even do it upside down.
Koko's got a new 35-pound kettlebell, everyone, and the thing is heavy as shit. Right. I think they mislabeled that thing. That thing is more than 35 pounds.
It's 35 pounds.
The 100% thing is heavy. If you drop that, you'd break your foot in half.
I can do it out like this.
Yeah,
like,
that's not hard.
No problem. The same way you were doing it. That's no problem. I'm talking one arm.
Man, that thing kicks your fucking ass.
Oh, I
was telling you guys, like, you do a 15-minute workout with that thing, and you're sweating your fucking balls off.
Did they do any workouts with like 2 kettlebells, or is everything's with
tons of them? I might actually get another one eventually. I really like the workouts you do with that.
Better than the dumbbells?
Yeah, dumbbells are... No, I still like dumbbells for some things, but that it works way more of your body. Like, we both listen to Joe Rogan, he talks about it all the time. I wanted to try it for myself.
Yeah.
I did like 3 exercises. Most of them I thought were either my legs, like my upper legs, or like your trunk basically, or my arms.
Working out your trunk.
But the next day, my back, my shoulders, my core, my leg, everything was sore.
Yeah, but it's hard to work out your back because you don't want to strain your back though as well when you're working it out. I don't know how you guys do it, but if you ever work out your back, you really can't strain your back very much either on that. Yeah, you have to be very...
Man, your back...
No, you have to be very... You don't want to go out there and put like fucking 100 pounds on your back and try and work out your back muscles because you blow it right out.
You got to go slow, man. Your back
you have to work your way into it.
The problem with the back, like we've talked about it before, is if you fuck your back,
back's a bitch.
It's everything gets fucked. It fucks everything. If you hurt your back, you pull a muscle, you do something, it spreads to your neck, your shoulders, it can go down your leg. Your back is like
you can get a hernia.
Totally fucks you. Yeah. Big time.
That definitely seems a lot better than. It seems like you could do more stuff.
It's just like I don't know. It's new. I like trying new things. I like doing different new things.
Seems like you do more exercises with that than you could with a dumbbell.
You can, but the same.
Well, free weights are where you want to go. If you want to spend the least amount of money on that for going for a workout, is you use free weights, because free weights you can go into any position. You can work your tris, your bis, your forearms.
Yeah,
free you work your back. You can work your abs.
That is the same. You work everything with that thing.
But when you can work your legs with your free weights too.
I don't know what a free weight is.
Free weights are dumbbells, basically. Oh. Dumbbells or bench press, anything like that that's not a machine.
Okay.
So
free weights are the only way to do it. If you're gonna work for a home gym, well, not a home gym kind of idea, but if you're gonna go home on a budget and work out, free weights are the only way to do it.
Well, that's a good deal.
This is a free weight, though.
Yeah.
This is a free weight.
Yeah.
This is what you would class as a free weight.
Yeah. Would you say $25 delivered
like
to your door for free?
$30 from Amazon.
Fuck.
For $35.
And then you get some videos off YouTube. Don't get much cheaper than that.
It's really easy.
That's actually insane.
But see, I've always been the type. I'm always trying something new. Like when it comes to working out or anything like that. I worked out. I started just doing like
I'm
my
sure
parents.
you probably get bored with stuff.
You keep trying something new. Right?
Well, you have to work different muscles. You have to do different things to get. If you want to get definition.
Doing that?
Yeah. I really do like yoga. Hot yoga especially. As much as I don't know if it's.
I heard that guy that invented Bikram yoga was an asshole.
I've heard many things like that. I don't really care. As long as it feels like it works, I don't care. Oh. And I think that's a lot of the.
But the problem is when you work out. I'll say this as being a pretty shallow guy. When you work out, and I know this as when I work out. I do it for
times a year?
No, for definition. I work out all the time. I do it for definition. I do it more as for vanity when I go out and I work out. I do it as for what people perceive me as what I'm working out.
Have you thought about changing up what you do?
What my face or something there,
no,
Koko? That takes a lot of surgery or something.
Have you thought about changing your routines up at all or anything like that? If you're
no, I do what I do. I'm actually in pretty good shape, and I have the definition that I want to have. Maybe not so much in the core, but for everywhere else, I have total definition. And don't judge me. I'm not here. I didn't come to this podcast.
Show the viewers your abdominal muscles.
No, I'm not here to show off my muscles to a bunch of guys here on the Sunday. If there's any girls out there on the podcast that want to catch a link,
no, I'm always trying to mix it up. You get bored really quickly when it comes to working out.
Every guy's shallow. You don't do it for yourself.
But you just find other things that are fun. Like I got a heavy bag last year for Christmas. I fucking love that thing. Or 2 years ago for Christmas. It's so much fun. Just I don't think I'm doing it very well, but just hitting it,
practicing some kicks.
Yeah,
wheel kicks.
Yeah,
spinning back kicks.
Yep. Not wheel kicks. I'm not flexible. That's why I'm going to yoga, because I'm not flexible even to try that shit.
Hey, you know what I just noticed?
Pull a hammy.
We don't got any ice for our fucking...
well, you drink it like a man.
Yeah, take it neat. Take it neat.
Like a man.
I'll have one here. Is anybody else going to have a McLaren?
I just opened beer, but I'll have like one more.
Let's all just have a little snifter here.
Did you hear the fucking Burnaby mayoral candidate?
I did not.
Did you hear the barrel?
Is it Merrill?
The barrel.
I have no idea who the mayor of Burnaby is.
No, he's a candidate.
Oh,
there's elections coming.
I don't know. I don't know names.
Mayoral? I don't even know.
Yeah, mayoral election. Yeah.
Anyway, this one guy pretty much wants to ban any form of PDA, kissing in public.
Oh, I heard that. Hands, public shows of affection.
Anything. He wants it.
No, it's a girl. It's a girl.
Is it a girl? I thought it was a guy.
No, it's a girl, Koko.
Let's see if I can find it.
She's Asian too.
Why?
Because she thinks it pollutes the city and can make people feel uncomfortable.
Pollutes the city.
Makes people uncomfortable. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, yeah, okay, maybe it does make people uncomfortable a little bit, but so I mean, we can't go around banning everything that makes people uncomfortable.
You finally came through and brought a bottle of scotch. Nicely done. The fucking thing's half gone already.
We need another one pretty quick.
That's fucking like what? Where are we going? Like, this is just getting ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about before.
Maybe Real Talk should run for politics.
We're coddling people. Every little thing that bugs someone, all of a sudden, has to be fucking taken care of and removed.
We should start a political movement. It's retarded. How far do you think we'd get? If we put up some posters said Real Talk for Mayor of Langley, what would happen?
We'd be going up against Charlie Fox. That's what would happen.
I think Charlie Fox is out right now.
No, he's running for
mayor.
He's in
for whatever.
He's like third down. There's like mayor, vice mayor, and then there's him. Something like that.
You probably don't smoke here either.
But that would be cool.
Cigarettes.
Out!
Grossness. That's fucking disgusting.
We would definitely need some sponsors though. Who would sponsor us? We need a corporate sponsor.
We have
to hit the pavement. Well, co-sponsoring anyone?
Any listeners that want to
thinking Williams Fur Farm will probably throw down
for me and you to go. We can't do two. What, are you gonna run?
Yeah,
with that,
I
gotta be the face.
No, you'll be vice mayor.
Hey, I would have to be the face.
Okay, you'd be the face. I'd be the brains behind the scene. I'm calling the shots. You've got an earbud in your ear.
I'll listen to you sometimes.
Why don't we put Rush Mechanical down as a business sponsor here? Because
Rush doesn't have enough money to sponsor something like this.
And Koko Electrical.
Going to the top. Koko Electrical, formerly known as Flash Boom Electrical.
Flash Boom.
That is a terrible name for
a fuck, I get them. Do you want to come put a ceiling fan in for me there, Flash Boom?
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Well, backlogged with work, are you?
A candidate for mayor in Burnaby is raising eyebrows with a promise to ban kissing and holding hands in public. Sylvia Gung is running for mayor for a second time. One of 5 candidates hoping to unseat Derek Corrigan of the Burnaby Citizens Association.
Win on that platform? What kind of nut is going to vote for that? How is that even a political issue?
She proposes banning election campaigns, which she says will restoring citizens to a sense of responsibility. Banning behaviors that hints sex, sexuality, even including bridal kiss and walking hand in hand that hurt public decorum and lead to further violence.
Lead to further violence?
Why
did she throw that in?
This is what we're fucking dealing with. Look, this is her.
No, I don't want to watch that video.
No, we're not watching the video, but that's...
She's a bitter old Asian lady.
I don't understand.
Probably someone divorced her in the 1950s.
Where the fuck is
she's still upset.
Going? He's got a bladder of a fucking 4-year-old, eh?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. I don't really understand how that's even a political issue. That's like her own...
No, it's not.
It's that's like her own personal
People
battle.
Bringing personal issues into
but that doesn't happen very often.
Happens in the States all the fucking time.
You gotta send Koko down there to drop some pheromones off in her place.
Yeah, go hornet on her. Get in the political party.
I don't want
Drop your pheromones.
I would know.
No.
Have you ever thought about that? Actually going into politics?
You know what? I don't.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it. People are so fucking fake.
Well, that is the big downside.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like watching politics on TV and stuff. Sometimes it's fairly interesting. I wouldn't even mind being involved in like more stuff like that.
You could do pretty good.
To me, it might be kind of fun for me. I kind of like to argue. I like to hobnob. I like to get out there.
You keep to yourself. You don't really let any of your personal shit really get out there.
That's how you get to the top, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
You know what I got?
Politics do though. They don't let.
You know what I got a problem with here right now?
This podcast might be a liability for me though.
No, I got something here that's a little off topic on there. I come over to Coco's and his toilet works perfectly. My brother's a plumber and my toilet doesn't work for a shit now. That's been going for a year and a half. I don't have a sink that's still not working.
Hey!
And my dishwasher leaks.
This is not the place for your guys.
You never told me any of this.
Issues. Okay.
You told me to get George to take care of it.
Oh, that's right. I did. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah, his rates are very high. Mm-hmm. Same with my ceiling fan I don't have yet.
Well, are we ready to wrap this boy up?
I think so.
Must have been on the air for a while.
We've been on for... Yeah, we're at an hour, 10 minutes. This has been...
really?
This has been, yeah,
not bad. I thought we were at like an hour and a half or something.
No, this has been
really damn good conversation.
Well, this has been productive, you know.
We got a few things sorted out. Now we know what those hornets and honeybees are up to.
Yes, I gotta go find a woman and vibrate.
So we could end on one more crazy sex story.
We could.
A woman in America paid $20,000 to get a third boob.
Oh, I heard
it was fake. That bitch was fucking fake.
Whoa, you're really angry about this.
Oh, because I thought it was cool, and then I downloaded all this stuff, put pictures up at work, and then it was fake.
Hey, you're not playing. Don't we have a regular outro song now?
No, we don't.
We don't anymore?
Oh, we
After
do?
we decided we have a regular song last episode, now you're already doing away with that?
Why are we doing that? I want to play some more Jamestown Revival. I had a lot of...
but remember, last time we said we were going to have the same song on the outro from now on. Remember?
Okay. Can we do that next time?
Nope.
Let's do that next time.
We
played it last time.
We're into a thing now. We got to stick with it.
I don't think we really do.
Way to go, Koko. You fell apart on the group here.
No, that's not going to work at all.
Well, you can play it, but I control the
Are you playing Jamestown Revival, you said?
Okay, that's our regular song.
So if you want to get a hold of, do you have Twitter or anything like that?
I would imagine.
No, I don't have any of that stuff.
All right. Well, Adam's at twitfaced84.
Yeah.
I'm at Rother00, and then our page, obviously on Facebook, Real Talk with Adam and Koko, and the podcast's Twitter is at RT Adam and Koko. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
I've got a very troubled mind. 10 feet to go, and I'm 10 feet behind. I know I give my time, but it's a long way down the line. Lately I'm scared of being alive. I got my own dog barking when I walk inside. Oh, it's use holding my pride. I've only got one shot at being alive. I'm in some head-high water, whiskey water. But I told my father I'd carry on his name with my sons and daughters. I raise them taller, and I'll hang my hat beneath the tin roof rain when I get through these fur coat blues. See, I thought a while about what to do, because I had me a case of them fur coat blues. That ain't nothing new. See, I've been here a time or two. Lately I'm scared of being alive. I got this hesitation and it's running wild. Oh, what's the use living in doubt? I've only got one shot till my time runs out. I'm in some head-high water, whiskey water. But I told my father I'd carry on his name with my sons and daughters. I raise them taller, and I'll hang my head beneath the tin roof rain when I get these fur coat blues. And I'll hang my hat beneath the tin roof rain when I get through these fur coat blues. When I get through these fur coat blues. Thank you very much.